first day, it was clear who we are and what we're doing here. But in time, we seem to have lost our way. Or we can still find the truth today. We can still find the truth today. There is one heart beating in all of us. There is one truth and there is just one love. Nothing human hands can do or make will change the fact that truth doesn't have a face and God doesn't need a name. On the first day, it was clear who we are and what we are doing here. But in time, we seem to have lost our way. Or we can still find the truth today. We can still find the truth today. Find the blessing in each moment. Learn from where you've been to know where you gotta go. The beauty in creation is self-evident. You can see truth any place, 'cause it's always been the same. On the first day, it was clear who we are and what we're doing here. Oh, in time, we seem to have lost our way. Oh, we can still find the truth today. We can still find the truth today. Free your mind of all possessions and feel the weight of every word you say. Know that your thoughts are filled with power and that the truth can't be replaced. That God doesn't need a name. On the first day, it was clear. It was clear who we are, who we are. What we're doing in time, we seem to have lost our way. But we can still find the truth today. We can still find the truth today. It's right inside you. It's inside me. It's every little thing you see. Ain't nothing wrong with a Monday. It's suiting me fine. I'll never let that one day mess with my state of mind. From Saturday right round to Friday, every single day is gonna be my day. Every day is a great day to feel fine. I hear folks talking about Christmas, and that's alright. But I can tell you that you miss much if you don't see the gift of life. I like a Hanukkah Kwanzaa every Eid. I'll tell you about the kind of holiday I need. Every day is a great day to feel fine, to feel alright, to let your little light shine. You got it, go on and show it day and night. You take the joy of living everywhere you go and make sure that everyone who sees you knows that every day is a great day to feel fine. And I can tell you about my birthday, but that was just the start. And we can talk about Earth Day. It's right here in my heart. You tell me nobody can be happy all the time. inside your mind. Every day is a great day to feel fine, to feel alright, to let your little light shine. You got it just to show it day and night. You take a joy living everywhere you go and make sure that everyone who sees you knows that every day is a great day to feel fine. Yes, it is now. I feel alright. You let your little light shine, shine, shine. You got it, go on and show it day and night. You take a joy living everywhere you go and make it so that everyone who sees you knows that every day is a great day to feel fine. Let go of your shackles, come be happy with me. Everybody knows the best things in life are free. Every day is a great day to feel fine. I said every day is a great day to feel fine, 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 fine. I said every day is a great day. Yes, it is. I said I feel fine. By the still water, I go to meet my guide. Truth restores my soul, I never walk alone. Where I face shadow, my heart will know no fear. Nothing can compare to peace that fills my soul. Love is all I need. My heart is filled with love. My cup is running over, over and over. From the moment that I rise to the time I lay me down, I will set my heart on sharing love. In the cool meadow, God greets me with a song. And in every voice I know I hear my own. Rare, sweet silence, I keep you here in me. And with every breath I never walk alone. Love is all I need. My heart is filled with love. My cup is running over, over and over. From the moment that I rise to the time I lay me down, I will set my heart on sharing love. My heart is filled with love. My cup is running over, over and over. From the moment that I rise to the day I lay me down, help me set my heart on sharing love. May I set my heart on sharing love. I have set my heart
Welcome once again to the Unitarian Universalist congregation at Montclair. My name is Marcus Greyhawk. I serve as the Director of Music Ministries for our congregation, and my pronouns are he, him, and his. Thank you so much for joining us on this pre-Thanksgiving Sunday. If you're watching this service live on Facebook or YouTube, we invite you to share your name in the comment section, if you wish, also your location, and let us know you are here and where you're tuning in from. Today our hymns are going to be led by a number of different members of our congregation. The Brome family is going to lead us in the closing hymn, which is the African American spiritual "We're Gonna Sit at the Welcome Table," a song that reminds us to invite and keep inviting the marginalized, the underprivileged, the non-privileged to come to the table and share in the abundance and richness of life. The Beckman-Gaines family is leading us in the second hymn, which is "Oh, We Give Thanks." And first we're going to sing "Busca el Amor." And yes, today we're going to sing it all in Spanish. And we're going to be led in that by Susie Roman Luna. Please join us and sing along.
Revisa tu corazón para hallar el amor en un rincón, pero busca el amor, ni placer ni pasión, el amor, lo que sea al otro bien, busca el amor. Se multiplica si lo repartís. Busca el amor en ti. Solo el que ama puede ser feliz. Busca el amor en ti. Se multiplica si lo repartís. Busca el amor. Cuando cambia el color del corazón y te estalla la flor, un pétalo de sol, el amor, lo que hace al otro bien, busca el amor en ti, se multiplica si lo repartís, busca el amor en ti,
whoever you are, wherever you come from, whatever age, identity, history, ability, gender, sexual orientation, or political affiliation, you are welcome to bring your full self here. Grounded in faith, we come together to nurture the soul, inspire hope, and bring into being a more just and loving world. Today's service, titled The Bread of Life, calls us into relationships with the gifts that sustain us during trying times. As we worship together, may you be fed, healed, and held. May you find some of what you need here in community. If you have school-age children, please register for our innovative children's religious education program. Classes are held on Sunday mornings at various times, featuring trained teachers using developmentally appropriate curricula, instilling moral courage and ethical imagination while having fun along the way. If you're joining us at 10 a.m., continue with us for a virtual connection cafe beginning at 11 a.m. Check your email and realm announcements for the Zoom link. And now it's time to light our chalice, a beacon to guide us through these times together. Perhaps you have a chalice or candle, really anything you can illumine. Let's light our collective chalices as we share our chalice lighting affirmation.
Let us open our eyes to see what is beautiful. Let us open our minds to learn what is true. And let us open our hearts to love one another.
At the beginning of time, before anything else at all existed, love was all there was. And love filled up everything in the entire universe. But love got bored and lonely. There was no one to be in love with. So one day, love decided to make a world. First, love took a deep breath. And then love took a deeper breath. And love got all squished up, taking the deepest breath ever. So squished that love exhaled out darkness. The darkness was all around, thick and shiny and black. It was beautiful, but now love couldn't see anything. Love waved its arms and legs around, but the darkness was everywhere.
I have to do something about this,
said love from the darkness, and love tried to think of the most wonderful, beautiful, warm thoughts ever. Love thought harder and harder, and all of a sudden, love called out,
I want light!
And poof! All of those warm and wonderful and beautiful thoughts exploded outward in 10 different directions and shaped themselves into 10 big glowing glass balls. Each ball was filled with a spinning lump of pure light, love, and warmth. Some of the spare good thoughts that couldn't quite fit in the glass became dust and water vapor and seeds and molecules that could form animals. And love said,
This is amazing! I better make something for light to shine on.
So love waved its arms and kicked its legs, and all of the dust and water vapor and molecules that had been scattered around when the glass balls formed began to form into another huge ball. This one of dirt and water and plants and animals, and love called this new ball the earth. The 10 balls of light started making their way toward the earth, and if they had made it here in one piece, our entire planet would have been exactly the way that love had designed. But the glass balls were too fragile to contain such strong, powerful, wonderful goodness, and they broke open, shattering. And all the good thoughts shattered and flew out like sparks and were scattered like sand, like seeds, like stars. Those sparks fell everywhere upon the earth in tiny bits instead of big clumps like love had intended.
Oh no, I'm too big. I'll never be able to find all those tiny sparks. I have to make one more thing.
So then love waved its arms and kicked its feet one last time, and people appeared on the earth. They didn't know it, but people were created with one job: to find these sparks, these tiny pieces of wonderful goodness, and bring them together again in larger clumps.
When enough clumps are there, I will be able to recreate a big glass container to hold them. And this time, I will set them down more carefully.
So all of us, from the time we are born, we have one job, and that one job is to help find love and more good and warm and wonderful things, and to gather them and protect them and share them. And when we do that, we are fixing the world.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already come. 'Tis grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we'd first begun.
How sweet the sound. We enter into this space of depth as we each are called, finding a soft meditation, a deep reflection, an ardent prayer, each as we are called, and yet mystically all together. And we enter into this space by hearing the lamentations, the requests, and the remembrances of our community. Let us hear one another to heal one another. We light this candle for Baxter Scherfen Brown and the Scherfen Brown family. May this light hold them in the warmth of possibility as we hold them in our prayers. We light this candle for all who are yearning to be with their families, those who are separated by great distances and beset by the challenge of COVID-19, those who especially miss their aging loved ones whose health is uncertain. We light this candle for our nation that is being held hostage by a single man's ego. May our nation rise to understand that it is and has always been we, the people. And may the people rise in defiance of this egregious use of privilege, even those people who benefit from it. We light this candle for Reverend McCall. Reverend McCall died on November 16th. He was a Black and gay UU minister, a longtime chaplain of the diverse revolutionary UU Multicultural Ministries. He mentored many ministers who held his intersectional identities and gave much to our faith and our wider world. May he rest in power. Kim McLennan lights a candle of gratitude for Jason Askman and herself, for the kindness of our congregation's care team that provided meals prior to Jason's surgery. They are both most grateful for the food and the love. Jason is home recuperating and healing. And we light this candle in gratitude for all of the Heritage Bread bakers who gave of their hands and their hearts to provide those in need with gifts of grace. And this light also shines for the Mesh Cafe, Montclair Emergency Services for the Homeless volunteers who weekly ensure that our local homeless population receives the bread of life. We light this final candle for the joys and sorrows that have not been spoken aloud. In the silence that follows, you are encouraged to speak the names of those you are holding in your prayers or meditations, and you're welcome to write their names in the chat. May we hold this silence as this silence holds us. May our listening bring forth acts of love.
Spirit of love. We come together today awed by the beauty that has been created and the shining light and good thoughts that have seeded our earth, our hearts, our memories. We come knowing that it is our purpose to collect those tiny granules of love that are so easily missed when we're focused on the hurts and the misdeeds of those around us. We ask that you prepare a way for us to see the light, even in the darkness. That you send us reminders like rainbows in the sky to focus our minds on all that this planet is, all that we are, all that is the all of life. May we gather up the sparkling confetti of you in the places of the natural wonder and in the spaces of human demolition. May we gather the light of you in the laughter of those we love and in the angry voices of those we have hurt. May we carry you in our pockets and tuck you into our mouths before we speak. May we whisper you in our darkest moments and pass your warmth in our coldest moments. May we seek you in times of peace and in times of war. May our interdependent web be covered in you, and may we catch each other in this web. May we sprinkle each other with you, And may we pour you out all over those who find themselves undeserving. For we know that love is a noun and a verb. We must act in love, and we must live in love. For we know that the only way to make this world whole is to connect with love, to gather in love, and to freely give and receive love. Let us remember to look for the love. Busca el amor, for it is always there to be seen. Amen. Ashe. Blessed, blessed be.
This is a ritual that we engage every year at this time to bake bread from our heritage and share it with one another in worship. And it is in this act of giving deeply of ourselves from our own histories that we are sustained as individuals in the act of generosity and brought closer together as a community. This year, we baked and we gave in the same way as always, but this year we embraced a wider expression of community, baking for the guests of the Montclair Emergency Services for the Homeless.
And did y'all fill out these cards? There are ways to introduce your bread. This is amazing. You're not just a box on a Zoom screen.
So this is Dave.
Oh my goodness gracious.
And then this is My Heritage cornbread.
Oh, beautiful.
Hi.
Yay.
I brought some pumpkin banana bread.
Oh my goodness.
Hi guys. Hello.
Hey, wonderful to see you.
Focaccia bread.
The words we may say together before we eat a meal are called a grace. To share our table with others in love is an act of generosity that invites an expression of grace, a bounty that goes far beyond the sustenance of bread and water. This year, may we be fed by the grace that knows the table is boundless.
Grace. That we have been given something we don't deserve, something unmerited and awesome.
Grace, that we are held by something larger than ourselves and given the opportunity to be in relationship to it.
Grace, that when we give, we receive in abundance.
Grace, the feeling that comes over us when we sense a connection.
Grace, the answer to the question we didn't know we had asked. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved.
Through many dangers, toils, and snares we have already come.
'Twas grace hath brought us safe thus far, and grace will lead us home.
Through many dangers, toils, and snares we have already come. Participating in this harvest of generosity and grace will surely lead us home. It is in acts of giving deeply of ourselves from our own histories, our own heritage, our own story and truth, that we are sustained.
This year we decided to bake bread from our heritage and make it a contribution for the community at large. And so all of these breads speak to the person's heritage who baked it.
Beautiful.
So it comes from the
homemade bread.
Hi, Reverend Scott and Reverend Anya and everyone in the congregation. I hope you're all well and safe and happy and thriving. I've found sustenance over the last 8 months, first and foremost in my family, my wife Monique, my son Julian, my parents, cousins, aunts, uncles who thank God, have all stayed healthy and well and finding strength in our family. I found a lot of strength in my friends. Close friendships have only gotten closer and we're supporting each other. And I found sustenance in the message of UU and in perseverance and love and hope and stayed positive. And it's all of these things that have kept us going through a very hard 8 months for the whole world. And I wish all of you love and health.
I found sustenance through these times, being with my family primarily, and trying to look for the positive out of the negative. I never would have had this time with my son and watching him grow and being a part of his learning and schooling, and so that has really been a blessing. And just doing simple things like chores around the house and taking care of what's mine and people nearest and dearest to me have meant a lot. And tuning in with the congregation, doing my RE work with my fellow parents has been very rewarding, and that's what's gotten me through.
How about you, Julian?
What's helped me get through was my mom, my dad, my friend AJ, my new pool, my trampoline, my computer, and the TV.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, we love you all and wish you the best and hope we can see each other in person again soon. Bless you all.
Thank you, Michael, Monique, and Julian, for your testimony, for sharing what has sustained you over these last 9 COVID months, family, friends, and your human connections. Such testimony sheds light on the bread of life, known as a community of purpose, mission, and healing, such as we have here at UU Montclair. I recall a time when I was sustained by a bounty not of my own making. It was 2011, and Reverend Anya and I were touring the Holy Land. One morning early in our trip, we woke up in the King David Hotel in Jerusalem. I got up before everyone else to read, write, and reflect. By the time Reverend Anya and her parents awoke, I was really hungry. I didn't know what to expect at the complimentary breakfast, but as we made our way to the dining room, which had a view of the Temple Mount, I saw quickly that we were in no Hotel 6 outside Liberty Airport. There was so much good food, fresh fruits and vegetables, yogurt, olives, fish, cheeses, but the highlight was the bread. You know, bread is different everywhere in the world because it is dependent on the yeast and the water. And I have no idea what the chemistry is in Israel and Palestine that makes it so, but the bread we had on that trip was like no bread I have ever had anywhere. There in the land where so many of the world's religions claim their founding stories was bread so good it was easy to forget how divided the people around us are, how peace was so fragile one felt it could be shattered like the glass balls in today's Time for All Ages, shattered at any moment. Nothing brings people together like breaking bread, like sharing a meal at a table of welcome. The scriptures holy to Islam, Christianity, and Judaism teach us of the importance of breaking bread together. In Luke's gospel, 2 men walk along a road to their home in Emmaus, about 7 miles outside Jerusalem. They have just been lamenting the death of Jesus, who died 3 days prior. They're gripped with grief, knowing of Jesus' promise to return from the dead, yet missing his embodied presence. And as they walk, a 3rd man joins them. This man interprets the meaning of Jesus' life and ministry to them. He seems to know much about the one whom they mourn, and it reminds them that Jesus taught a new way to live with compassion, courage, and authenticity. And as they approach their home, the men invite the stranger to stay with them. The value of being hospitable to travelers is so sacrosanct in that part of the world. As the men dine with their new friend, they tell him more of what this Jesus meant to them. And then the traveler takes the bread, blesses it, and breaks it to share. And when he breaks the bread, at that instant, they recognize the traveler as Jesus, and simultaneously he vanishes. Astonished at what they transpired, they give thanks for the miracle. Breaking bread and offering it to strangers are part and parcel of ancient customs, acknowledging how dangerous it can be to travel. Customs commanding that we be kind to strangers because, as the scripture says, we were all once strangers somewhere. Today's shattering glass story from the Kabbalah mystical tradition of Judaism provides a similarly sweet metaphor. It suggests that despite what else may exist in this world, that we human beings are put forth onto this earth to discover, promote, grow, and share love. Our primary obligation is to reunite the disparate shards of love scattered about in hopes of recreating the world as it was meant to be, evidently full of love. And this can be so hard to grasp for us, no? With so many shouting, harsh voices of hate, so many gathering to deny others the outcome of their votes, and too many confusing religious liberty as a license for prejudice and bigotry. The sparkle from the shards of love get easily obscured. Beloveds, human society has only very recently begun to evolve past ancient patterns of social abuse that claimed whole classes of people can rightfully be demeaned or discriminated against. We learned about the deadly wages of enabling such prejudice at this week's Transgender Day of Remembrance. And this week, a Supreme Court justice even infamously complained about the emerging social value proclaiming the dignity of LGBTQ Americans as deserving our full love and protection. Yes, Justice Alito, anyone claiming that their faith allows them to deny the worth and dignity of LGBTQ people blasphemes the holy itself. Any faith so constructed brings death and is a recipe for bigotry and social evil. True faith never justifies bigotry. True faith promotes the honor, worth, and dignity of all people, calling us to search for the divine love shattered and scattered across the earth, and bring those shards together to make mighty the power of love and the Holy's command to love all people universally. Our shattered glass story also reminds me of Kinsugi, the Japanese art of pottery repair. The traditional Japanese art of Kinsugi uses a precious metal, liquid gold, liquid silver, or lacquer dusted with powdered gold, to bring together the pieces of a broken pottery item, highlighting the seams where it was broken. The origin of Kinsugi is said to come from the 15th century. One day, Ashikaga Yoshimasa broke his favorite tea bowl. Distraught, he sent it out for repair. Upon its return, Yoshimasa was appalled at how the bowl looked with ugly metal staples used to repair it. So Yoshimasa summoned the best artisans in Japan, and they toiled until they transformed the bowl into a jewel by filling its cracks with lacquered resin and powdered gold. Yoshimasa reportedly wept upon seeing his precious tea bowl recreated with the beauty no one could have imagined before. Its brokenness transformed into brilliance. In Japanese, the word Kinsugi literally means golden journey. And like you and me, the pottery that has been thusly broken and repaired is seen as more beautiful because it has a history, because we see evidence of its struggle and renewal. And today, love itself seems wounded, scattered, distant for too many, yes? So the beauty of love's repair will fill us with a deeper joy when we behold it. The shattered pottery echoes the splinters of goodness that sometimes are not all gathered in one place. It's difficult to perceive how much goodness there really is when it is scattered in shards all about the world. So we locate and shine our love toward one another like grains in a loaf of bread. This goodness, these prismatic shards of love light shine from every quarter of our land and potentially from every heart, revealing our duty to grow and spread love. See, there is a light of goodness in all, yes, even in the bigots. Though they struggle to see the bread of life all around them, the inherent love and worth and dignity of all, and missing their own immense capacity for love, love is there too. And the bread of life is like grace, a love we did not earn, yet a love that will never let us down, let us go, or let us off the hook. Sometimes the bread of life is a healing touch from a loved one. Sometimes it's the gift of real time off, freedom from duties and demands. And sometimes it is a chance in these COVID-restricted times to actually gather with other human beings, even if there's little that we can do together other than recall how much we love and need one another's company. Sometimes the bread of life is a reminder of the work we have to do, a refresher course in our duty to bend the arc of the moral universe toward justice. So let us break bread together, even if our welcome table is shared only virtually. Amen, and blessed be. Will you reflect with me? Reassembling the world with the knowledge that our task is to gather and promote goodness, truth, courage, decency, conviction, liberty, and love. Tell me, what nourishes you? What brings you closer to who you know you should be? What gives you strength to bring more love into the world? What is your bread of life? Our final hymn today is We're Gonna Sit at the Welcome Table. Please rise and embody your spirit from wherever you are, and let our voices lift and sustain us.
We're gonna sit at the welcome table. We're gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days. Hallelujah. We're gonna sit at the welcome table. Gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days. All kinds of people around this table. All kinds of people around this table one of these days. Hallelujah. All kinds of people around the table. Gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days. No fancy style welcome table. No fancy style welcome table one of these days. Hallelujah. No fancy style welcome table. Gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days. We're gonna sit at the welcome table. We're gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days. Hallelujah. We're gonna sit at the welcome table. Gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days. Gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days. Gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days.
We give thanks for the special day. Today, on the cusp of the Thanksgiving holiday, our Sharing Our Riches team has designated a full offering to the Human Needs Food Pantry.
Since 1982, the Human Needs Food Pantry has provided food, clothing, and other services to people in need who live nearby.
Today, everything you give will go to serve those who might go without. This is an easy way to provide a necessary gift for our neighbors.
You can text to give, mail us a check, or go to our homepage and click the donate button. This is a time of need.
All of your gifts are worthy and they are received with love.
Good people, you offer the bread of life so generously through MESH, through the Human Needs Food Pantry, but we do not thrive on bread alone. We need truth, community, courage, love, and you will find those here at UUCM. And you will also find a mission worthy of your best, a way of living that honors the beauty you make out of our brokenness, as you assemble shards of love once shattered. We long for the bread of life when we are lonely, broken, afraid, and we find the bread of life in community, coming together in service to a mission larger than ourselves, gathering with others who are dedicated to what is worthy of our best. And mystically, serving that mission, we transform our brokenness into unimagined, newfound beauty.
Our worship has ended. Let our service begin. Go in peace. Go in joy. Go in love.
Hey, join us right after this for Connection Cafe and register your children for our innovative religious education programs. And
until we meet again,
virtually or otherwise, you are in our hearts.
On the first day, it was clear who we are and what we're doing here. But in time, we seem to have lost our way. Or we can still find the truth today. We can still find the truth today. There is one heart beating in all of us. There is one truth and there is just one love. Nothing human hands can do or make will change the fact that truth doesn't have a face and God doesn't need a name. On the first day, it was clear who we are and what we are doing here. But in time, we seem to have lost our way. Or we can still find the truth today. We can still find the truth today. Find the blessing in each moment. Learn from where you've been to know where you gotta go. The beauty in creation is self-evident. You can see truth any place, 'cause it's always been the same. On the first day, it was clear who we are and what we're doing here. Oh, in time, we seem to have lost our way. Oh, we can still find the truth today. We can still find the truth today. Free your mind of all possessions and feel the weight of every word you say. Know that your thoughts are filled with power and that the truth can't be replaced. That God doesn't need a name. On the first day, it was clear. It was clear who we are, what we're doing here. What we're doing. In time, we seem to have lost our way, but we can still find the truth today. We can still find the truth today. It's right inside you. It's inside me. It's every little thing you see. You know they're wrong with a Monday. It's suiting me fine. I'll never let that one one day mess with my state of mind. From Saturday right round to Friday, every single day is gonna be my day. Every day is a great day to feel fine. I hear folks talking about Christmas, and that's alright. But I can tell you that you miss much if you don't see the gift of life. I like a Hanukkah Kwanzaa, every Eid. I'll tell you about the kind of holiday I need. Every day is a great day to feel fine, to feel alright, to let your little light shine. You got it, go on and show it day and night. You take the joy in living everywhere you go, and make sure that everyone who sees you knows that every day is a great day to feel fine. And I can tell you about my birthday, but that was just the start. And we can talk about Earth Day, it's right here in my heart. You tell me nobody can be happy all the time. I tell you that the secret is inside your mind. Every day is a great day to feel fine, to feel alright, to let your little light shine. You got it just to show it day and night. You take a joy in living everywhere you go, and make sure that everyone who sees you knows that every day is a great day to feel fine. Yes, it is now. I feel alright. You let your little light shine, shine, shine. You got it, go on and show it day and night. You take the joy of living everywhere you go, and make it so that everyone who sees you knows that every day is a great day to feel fine. Let go of your shackles, come be happy with me. Everybody knows the best things in life are free. Every day is a great day to feel fine. I said every day is a great day to feel fine, 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 fine. I said every day is a great day. Yes, it is. I said I feel fine. By the still water, I go to meet my guide. Truth restores my soul, I never walk alone. Where I face shadow, my heart will know no fear. Nothing can compare to peace that fills my soul. Love is all I need. My heart is filled with love. My cup is running over, over and over. From the God greets me with a song, and in every voice I know I hear my own. Rare, sweet silence, I keep you here in me, and with every breath I never walk alone. Love is all I need, my heart is filled with love, my cup is running over, over and over. From the moment that I rise to the time I lay me down, I will set my heart on sharing love. My heart is filled with love, my cup is running over, over and over. From the moment that I rise to the day I lay me down, help me set my heart on sharing love. May I set my heart on sharing love. I have set my heart on sharing